Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Amanda, aka Snowflake. And here's her story. I've been doing a lot of deep thinking about my past and trying to figure out why certain patterns exist. I think I finally understand why I've been in so many relationships with down low borderline men. It's probably due to the fact that I was raised by a borderline mother. Her relationships and behavior were the only constant examples I had to go off of. All of it was normalized because that's all I really knew. Exactly. And I had this conversation with someone yesterday. I think it was in a video or another call. But the same deal. Like, why do I keep bringing in these down low borderline men? And it all goes back to the histrionics that you learned, that you got used to dealing with your mothers. So when you see these same histrionics in these men, and these men are nothing more than women in men's bodies, and these men that you're actually having a relationship with, as sick as this is, you're in a relationship with your mother. It's just as simple as it is. I mean, that's the behavior you're used to. Normally you see that behavior in a woman, but no, you're seeing it in a man, and that man is down low because he's been destroyed by another borderline woman. See, the pattern just keeps going and going and going and going. It would only make sense for me to date men who act like her, since they would seem normal to me. Exactly. The things that would be red flags to other people who were taught healthy boundaries as a child wouldn't be obvious red flags to me. Right. They'd be comforting to you. It's like, oh, that's what I'm used to. That's an aspect of my childhood that needs to be rewired. I need to study boundaries and learn what healthy ones are. I need to reach myself to recognize familiarity in people's behavior as a potential threat. As more time goes by, I realize more and more how dangerous these men really are, and they are dangerous. Okay? Because now if you're a woman, think about your average woman, or think about your own mind, or your own anger, and dealing with your friends and the women you know. And now put that brain in the strength of a man with the testosterone of a man. And what do you got? What do you got? You got danger. You got violence. You got danger. You got chaos. You got the down low borderline male. And it seems to escalate with every new relationship. It's almost as if I'm broken down to accept more bullshit in the next relationship than I would have in previous ones. But yeah, because you lie to yourself. It's like, this can't be happening again. This can't be happening again. Yes, it is happening again because you're with the same guy over and over. You're with the same female in a male body, in a different male body, over and over and over again. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse because you don't want to accept the reality of this all has a source that you haven't dealt with. And until you deal with the source, you're going to keep bringing these dysfunctional males, these dysfunctional fucking beta males into your life. Arguing, petty, bitter, combative, always got to get the last word, like a woman. Like arguing with your mother, like arguing with one of your girlfriends. Now put all that vindictiveness and all that cattiness and all that argumentativeness and all that gossip and all that bullshit into a body with the strength of a man and the testosterone of a man. Ooh. And you dating this in denial that this isn't happening again. Of course it's going to get more and more violent because you're going to take more and more bullshit trying to convince yourself it's not actually happening again. My safety needs to be more important than anyone who comes along and tries to make me feel bad for them. I also understand that sharing too much about myself up front is one of the main issues I have in attracting these men. I unknowingly have made myself an easy target. I need to learn how to share very little about myself. I think I got it right, but let me know what you think. Yeah, you don't have to spill your guts about your whole life story the first time you meet somebody. You know, you can get to know somebody before you let them know your deepest, darkest secrets. And being that the people that you are going to plead your case to are people like your men, like your mother in the first place, it's a recipe for disaster. You got to get to know these guys before you start trusting them in anything. You got to see how they handle conflict before you could trust them with anything emotional or anything personal. Like if you got a guy who will just throw his hands up and say, "Eh, whatever, you can be right, I can be wrong," just lets it go, or just he's quiet, just let it go. But if you got a guy who always got to have the last word and is argumentative and catty and bitchy and vindictive and all that, that's only going to blow up in your face every time. Every time. Understand, the down low borderline male has a source, and that source is the borderline mother. Every single time. So whether you're dating a borderline male, okay, and I just talked to somebody yesterday who had the same problem. As a matter of fact, her borderline husband, and I did a video for her years ago about it, would dress up as a Disney princess and fucking sing show tunes with his other friends. I mean, it's right there. It's right there. Same source. Borderline mothers. Borderline mothers create your borderline mother is the reason why you date the down low borderline male. She made him. She made you. She created the entire scenario. Deal with her. Cut her out. And you'll stop bringing these down low beta males into your life. So, I hope that helps. Thank you, Amanda, for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to have a private video made, or you'd just like to make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. And believe me, YouTube and Google are going to make that happen sooner than later. And they've already admitted they are going to promote less popular mainstream news organizations over popular YouTubers, over smaller YouTubers. Okay? They already said. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.